What's up, YouTube? It's Ben, and in this video, we're going to automate everything. Hey guys, so welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been following me for a while. Either way, I hope that you're all in my Facebook group, which is called Recruiter Empire. Link in description. There's 10,000 recruiters in the group sharing tons of content and material that is definitely going to be valuable for you. Anyways, click that link and make sure you're in the group. All right, so I'm pretty sure that everyone knows about automation. We've been talking about artificial intelligence, AI, for years now, and robots and how they're going to do various things and replace all of us and all this kind of jazz. But it's actually here now, and we're actually using it. So far, it's proven to be actually really beneficial for us. And so I want to hop into my computer and screen share to show you exactly how you can automate pretty much everything in your recruiting business. Let's go. So right off the top, we're going to go into client acquisition, right? So this is how you would automate client acquisition. And I'm going to be using a tool called the Data Scraper. There's a lot of tools, but this is the tool that I use, and it's super, super effective. So basically you create a list, and I'm going to do construction managers. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be scraping for these construction managers. So I'm just going to refresh that real quick. Just make sure that the list is in there. Okay, cool. So then I pop over to Sales Navigator, right? Super easy. Everybody knows Sales Navigator. If you don't have it, definitely get it. So Sales Navigator, I already did a little bit of the legwork here. So I already applied all the filters. I want construction managers that are in Houston, they're manager level, and they're in the construction industry. And I actually got my list to about 2,500. Now, this is actually paramount because when you're using the Data Scraper, you do need to make sure that your list is searching for around 2,500. Otherwise, it's not going to pull more emails than that. That's just simply how LinkedIn works. I get this question from my mentorship program all the time. Why doesn't LinkedIn show me the next person after 2,500 or the next 2,500 after that? It doesn't work like that. So just keep that in mind. So as I have this search right here, right? So I've got that search. I'm going to refresh it real quick. Always a good idea to do. All I have to do is basically save this search and just name it Construction Manager Houston, save search, go to my actual saved searches, right? And let's find it. Where are we at here? Construction Manager Houston. Got it. So now that I've brought it back up, we're perfectly ready to actually scrape the list. So as you can see, these purple bars down here, these are Data Scraper. So the bottom one is actually what I'm going to hit, and it's going to bring up this little box just to make sure that I'm on the right list I want to scrape to. And I'm literally going to click one button, and this thing is going to immediately start scraping. So as you can see, it's doing it right now, counting down 2 seconds, 1 second. It's going through page 1, page 2. This will probably take less than 40 minutes. So for me to get 2,500 potential prospect emails, it's about 40 minutes or so. And you can scrape unlimited emails with the Data Scraper. With that being said, that is how I grab tons and tons of emails. And as you can see, if we refresh this, you're going to see this blowing up right here. So right away, we've already gathered 50 emails, right? So out of, 46 emails out of 50 contacts. So if I just keep refreshing, I can see that list going up and up and up. So there we go. Almost 80 emails out of 75 contacts. So that's going to go through the entire list, this 2,500 person list. And I can run another list and another list, and another list, and I could do 10,000 emails in one particular day. All right. So clearly the question is, what do I do with all the emails after I get them, right? So automating the rest of your process, once you do get these emails, let's just say we stop this list right now in its tracks and paused it right away so that it's done. So, okay. I know I have, a smaller amount of emails than 2,500, but still I'm going to have a good amount. So let's say, there we go, 187 emails. I can click this download button and I can immediately download a CSV file or an Excel file. Depends on what device you're on, but I can open it up. It's going to show me all the emails right away and their contact information and their LinkedIn URL and a bunch of other stuff about their company and all that. So here's the emails though, right? This is the most important part. We want the emails. So basically all I have to do is go ahead and clean up this list using, the organize and sort options to actually make sure that I remove all the spacing and get rid of a few things. And once this list is cleaned up, I would take this and save it. I would go into my CRM. Personally, for me, I use Entreport. And with my CRM, I would just go to my contacts settings, boom, import contacts, and just drag and drop that file straight in there. So that's exactly how I would do it. So once I get all my emails in here, they are clearly ready to be sent out on email campaigns, which is something that I'll talk about next in the video. So while we're on LinkedIn, let's talk about automating your LinkedIn workflow. So I personally know people that spend all day on LinkedIn, and that's incredibly useless when you're just hunting and pecking and searching and connecting, messaging, following up. It's super useless when you can utilize a tool that will automate the entire workflow for you. So with that being said, myself and a partner have actually created a tool called Aspheris, which basically does everything I mentioned above: visits profiles, connects with profiles, messages people for you, follows up with people for you, all that stuff. And I'll show you briefly exactly how it works. So in your Chrome browser, if you simply go to app.aspheris.io, right, it's going to take you to a simple screen that's going to actually have you log in with your LinkedIn account, because those two need to talk to each other to be able to actually run all the automation. So my screen is going to look different right now than it will for you. But with that being said, if you head here, what you're going to see is basically all the capabilities that we were talking about previously. So you create message templates, right? So a connection request template. Hi, I see that you're a CEO, wanted to connect with you because I have an awesome opportunity for someone, blah, blah, blah. By the way, this can work for candidates as well. So this message template sequence is actually set up to follow up with candidates. So not only client acquisition, but also candidates, right? So message templates aside, let's talk about action sequences. So action sequences are basically where we put all of the templates together. So I would name this candidates for construction or something like that, right? Priority, don't worry about that right now. First thing I'm going to do is I want to visit that person's profile. So when I import somebody, I want to visit their profile just so I saw that I visited them. Maybe they want to connect instantly. Maybe they're like, oh, that's interesting. Ben took a look at my profile. Maybe I'll connect with him, whatever. But I want to do that, no delay. So delay, none, right? Step 2 is my connection. So I'm going to put that message template, connection request template. I'm going to now do that actually one day after I visit them. So you can set the cadence, right? The third step that I'm going to do is I'm going to send them a message. And this is a follow-up message after they've connected with me, if they haven't responded to me already, right? I'm not going to go too in depth on this because we're going to do plenty of other videos. And I'm also going to do a full live event here probably by the end of the month with my partner about Aspheris and how it works. But I'm going to do follow-up message number 1, and I'm going to wait another day, maybe 2 days actually to do that. And then I'll do step number 4, which will also be another message if they haven't said anything yet. And that'll be follow-up number 2. And I will wait, how about 1 day for that? So first day, I'm visiting their profile, doing nothing but just checking it out. Second day, I'm sending them a connection request with a connection note that I've customized under my message templates. The third day, I'm following up if they've connected with me saying, hey, thanks so much for your connection. I'd love to talk to you, blah, 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 whatever. If they don't say anything after that, I send them a second follow-up, and then we go from there. If at any point during the action sequence, right, somebody actually does engage with me, like they connect and they say, hey, Ben, thanks for connecting, right? all the automation turns off. So all you have to do is set up an action sequence, right? Go back into Sales Nav, just like we did for Data Scraper to find emails. I'll use the same exact list, construction managers, right? And say I was poaching, say I'm trying to find candidates that are in this niche. And I have the same exact list. All I have to do is go to my saved searches, just same way we did before, and go and grab my construction managers. There they are, top of list. So grab them once again, open it up, make sure it's all refreshed. Cool, got the same list. Again, Aspharis imports 2,500 profiles at a time. However, you can also do as many 2,500 lists as you want per day. So you could upload 10, 20,000 profiles to Aspharis every single day, just like you can pull 10, 20,000 emails using Data Scraper every single day. So on Aspharis, here's how it works. If I have the list opened up, right, I click on my Aspharis icon. Really, really simple. It's going to ask me how many profiles do I want to import. The maximum is 2,500. So that's what I want to do. And which sequence do I want to add them to? Now, we just created that construction candidates for construction sequence. That's what I want to do. And I would just simply click import prospects, right? So with that being said, let's pretend I did that and actually go to Aspharis. And if I go in, I'm going to see all of my prospects that I've imported. So let's just say these are all the people I've imported. It's going to tell me what happened. Did they connect with me? Did they view it and not do anything? And it'll have all the timestamps on here and tell you everything that's going on, tell you how many prospects are in your queue, pending connections that you have. Right now, I have 111. You can actually bulk withdraw those. There's all kinds of things you can do. And basically, we've found that overall, using Aspharis to automate your LinkedIn workflow is probably going to save you around 15 to 20 hours a week on LinkedIn. Think about that time. Also, Data Scraper, finding emails, probably saving you another 10 hours at least per week on finding data. So about 90% of all of your leads that turn into actual recruiting clients come from two sources. That would be LinkedIn interactions and cold email outreach. So when we automate both of those tools in a way that saves you like 40 hours a week in actual manual work, you've created an actual lead generation machine on acid times 10. So with that being said, you've got to understand the power of what this automation is actually doing for you. Another problem is people sending out email in small batches. I'm talking about people sending out like 100 emails or just 150 emails a day. That's not going to get you anywhere, right? After working with thousands of students, I can tell you, you have to be sending out multiple thousands of emails per day, like 1,500 to 2,000 emails a day in order to get some actual responses, conversations, and eventually contracts, right? So that's what we want to do. We want to pull a list of 2,500 emails, clean the data, make sure it's good, and then upload it in here into your CRM. So let's just say for demonstration purposes that I go to my import contacts, right? I get those people imported into my CRM. The emails are there. And then I want to run an automation. I want to run a sequence. So quick, short example, right? I'm going to go into here. This is basically email automation at its finest, right? So this tree might be really, really complicated to look at, but once I run through this and customize it just one time, I am ready to go forever. So basically, I have my email files added to campaigns, right? Which is what I want eventually, because what we need to do is be sending out email sequences, okay? So I'm talking 6 to 8 emails, right? Between anywhere from 4 days, 5 days, 6 days apart. Really depends on personal preference and what you like. But I like to do anywhere from 7 emails about 4 to 5 days apart. That gets people's attention. So this tree right here is going to automate that whole thing for me. And there's so many different aspects personally on this tool, which is Entreport. But many other people use different CRMs, and that's fine. But I can send people an email. I can send it here down the tree and then have them go to a certain other email if they respond. If they don't respond, I can have them go and just sit on a wait period, and then send them another email, and then I can have them wait however long I want, 2 days, 1 day, whatever it needs to be. Send them another email after that. Send them another wait period. I can set that to 1 day or 4 days, whatever I want. And then eventually wait, update the contact if I need to, and end the sequence. So, bottom line, don't really pay attention to the actual tree here. It doesn't really matter. All that matters is the fact that we are automating our outreach to an insane degree, to the point where you literally set it and forget it. So we're talking about scraping emails like crazy, grabbing tons of email. Like, let's say we do 5,000 emails per day. Then we go clean that data using a tool like Never Bounce, right? Never Bounce is a great tool to actually clean data. So you would sign in and clean up a list, right? So we say we pop in and you're cleaning up a list of emails. You want to make sure you just add a list, right? And make sure that all those emails are valid. Once they're valid, you can then put them into your CRM and let them run on a sequence, of course, 6 to 8 emails, 4 to 5 days apart. So not only are we getting all of our emails on Data Scraper, we're cleaning them on Never Bounce or another cleaning tool, whatever you want to use. It doesn't matter. They're all automation. Once we do that, we're setting them up into our CRM, setting them up on a sequence like something like this, which is a little bit intense. Some of you guys are using some different things that are simpler. But with that being said, that's email flow. That's cold email outreach sequence automation. Also, on top of that, while you're doing all that, you're running Aspharis on LinkedIn in the background. So you're sitting there and all of these prospects are being hit with connections, visits, messages, follow-ups, all that stuff. So all I have to do is basically open up my LinkedIn and just sit there and literally stare at my inbox and just wait, right? So all I have to do is wait for who responded to what, who responded to my message outbounds, all that kind of stuff. So automating this stuff is really, really insane. It's going to save you 40 hours out of your week if you're using all of it to automate everything. And it's also going to get you so many more deals. So automate everything. Always remember that you want to be working on the business and not in the business. So automation is one way that you can absolutely do that, by delegating these things to robots. So with that being said, do yourself a favor, grab automation tools, set them all up, let them run for you, and basically get more time freed up so that you can work on things that are more important within the business. Hey, so again, join our Facebook group, Recruiter Empire. There is a link in the description. Click that link and join the group. Also, if you got any value out of this video, please go ahead and tap that thumbs up button. It just helps the video grow, and I would truly appreciate it. Until next time.